question 6 here. You can see that they're asking you to solve the inequality. Okay, which means that we need to get the unknown value on its own and isolate it. What's around it? We have a 7 added to it and a -2 multiplied by it. Graph your solutions on the number line. Well, I won't worry about that until I get my solution. So the first thing is to solve the inequality. Now, normally we work with one inequality sign, but here we just have to work with 2. So let's get rid of the 7. If I subtract 7, well, I need to subtract 7 from every side. Okay, so that's gone there. That gives me a -9. And then we have a -2x, so I'm going to multiply everything by a -1. When I multiply by -1, I end up at 9. This sign changes. If you're not sure why, then you need to go back over your basics of inequalities. And now we'll divide by 2. So if I divide by 2 here, I get 4.5. So x is between -1 and 4.5. So let's go -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. X is between, so it's equal to -1. Now it has to be an integer, so it can't be any fraction or decimal. It could be 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4. So they're the integers. Less than or greater than or equal to -1 and less than 4.5. Next bit here is division. You know, it's 2 ways that you could do it. Probably the most straightforward way is the box method way, or it's a little puzzle solving method. In here goes the 2x cubed, and here you have the -8. Everything else will be kind of split up. So hopefully I'll be able to figure that out. And here's my x plus 2. So if there's an x here and there's a 2x cubed here, what do I multiply here to give me the 2x cubed? The 2x squared. Now if that's a 2x squared here, then this has to be a 4x squared. If that's a 7x squared and this is a 4x squared, that has to be a 3x squared. That means that up here has to be a 3x. If up here is a 3x, then here is a 6x. If that's a 6x and we're looking for a 2x, that's a -4x. And that gives me -4 there. Hopefully that should all work, and it does. So if I divide that by that, I end up with 2x squared plus 3x -4. In question 7, they want me to factorise this fully. Well, I'm always going to go for common factor first. So 3 is in common. So that gives me an x squared minus 9y squared. And I actually think I can go further with this. It says factorise fully, so I need to keep going. So this looks like it's the difference of 2 squares, because 9 can be written as 3 squared. So if 9 can be written as 3 squared, well then you can have your 2 brackets, the first minus the second, the first plus the second. Again, they want you to factorise this fully. So I'm going to go for the 4 box, because I can see they don't all have anything in common. 6pr, maybe minus 3qr, minus 2qs. Well, maybe let's put the 4ps plus 4ps minus 2qs. What do they have in common? They have a 3 and an or, which means that left up on the top here would be 2p. Now if there's a 2p up here, then we have a 2s here. If there's a 2s here, then we have 2s, and we have 3 or here, so we have a minus q, and I think that should be okay. 2p minus q is one factor, and 3 or plus 2s is the other. And then last part, they have asked me to use factors to simplify. Well, top method of factorizing is common factor. So you could take it to the side and work it out, but you'd end up with those. Bottom line here is a trinomial. Hopefully you are well able to do those. I would take that to the side, work it out, and you'd end up with x plus 3 and x minus 2. And then you simplify, and you'd end up with that. So use factors. So that was common factor. This was a trinomial. You know, it's a 3 box. You know, it's a 4 box where the middle has to be split, and you would have gotten those factors, and you simplify.